What's up, CHFFL? We're back here about ready to start week 4 of the season. Things really heating up in both conferences and potentially having some shakeups over the next few weeks. 2 weeks left in our first round of conference play. So let's get to it. Week 3, I again went 6-0. This is the real headline of the season. If you're focusing on who's winning the fantasy football games, you're missing out on the big story. I'm 17-1 in my predictions on the season so far. Team of the week was me again, not making a big deal about it because my team is definitely trending down this week and for the next few, but back-to-back team of the weeks. Game of the week, Roy won the game of the week with Stan that I hyped up so much, but it was really low scoring considering how much pressure I put on it to be a good high octane match, but that's okay. That's still a big win for him, an important win for him going forward. Going over waivers, there wasn't too much interesting. Wayne Gallman, obviously the fill-in for Barkley, however long he's out. I put, as the Barkley owner, I put $17 down. Marty outbid me by quite a bit with 27. I mean, with Danny Dimes looking pretty good, Gallman, I think, is definitely PPR in that flex RB2 just because of volume. What I see from Giants fans is that he hasn't been that good in the time he's gotten, but still possibly a helpful pickup for Marty through interleague play. Roy got Disley, the tight end out in Seattle. Lots of hype around him. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because it kind of reminds me of the hype for Hawkinson when I said that Max absolutely got a steal at $15 and he was going to be a keeper, and then he put up 2 dud weeks in a row. So I don't know. Parker got Alexander Madison, Dalvin Cook's backup, $11. I don't mind it because running back is so thin. It is a barren wasteland right now, and Madison is the biggest lottery ticket pretty easily. As far as if somebody goes down, he'll be RB1, top 5 running back pretty much immediately. All right, let's get into the matchups and the predictions. The high C's. I do want to point out that doing my game first is not because I'm a narcissist. It's because when I boot up the scoreboard or the fantasy cast, my game is just always first for me because I'm logged in and I'm lazy. But we'll do Windfall Island Nittany Lions against the butt-touching Booty Bandits. Really important game for Grant and I. Saquon obviously going down with the high ankle sprain last week. Take your time, Saquon. Great kid. We don't need you for fantasy football. We need you healthy for a long and prosperous career. And this is probably also my last week where Austin Eckler is my top RB1. It's coming a little sooner than I thought, but Melvin Gordon is technically going to be active this week in a limited role. And Marty was kind enough to trade Zeke to Grant right the week after I play him and the week before I play Grant. So I get to face Zeke 2 weeks in a row. Despite all that, I still think I have this. With Eckler and Keenan Allen going against Miami, I got a potential for a lot of points there. It's really important. Grant would love to get a win here. I would also love to, with Saquon out and me potentially taking a beating in interleague play, to have the tiebreakers against at least 4 of the 5 teams in my conference would be really big in the second half of the year. But yeah, I'm going with me. Moving on, Captain Phillips versus Blackbeard's Trading Company. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams both got 28 points on Thursday. Good turnout for Parker, I'm sure. Been worried about Adams, and now he's got the turf toe thing, but at least he put up good numbers for the first time this year. Keeping an eye on Mark Andrews' injury for Parker. I think the expectation as of now is that he's going to play, but could still be limited, which would really hurt. And this game is a running back wasteland. If you go on the weekly power rankings for Fantasy Pros, where they just match up your teams and tell you, well, you have the best RB1 this week or whatever. The RB1s and RB2s in this game are both ranked 11 and 12. So worst starting running backs by far are playing each other in this matchup. I'm taking Mini after look. I kind of forget what my reasoning was, but yeah, I've got Mini for this one. All right, next. Last high C's match, the Salty Sea Dogs versus the Megalodons. Brad got 32 points from Aaron Jones and Zach Ertz on Thursday. That's a pretty good. Marty just traded for T.Y. Hilton, but he's doubtful with the injury he's been facing. Marty still had him in his lineup, so Marty, if you're watching this, you want to go check on that. And if Hilton's not going to play, get him out of your lineup. And we're going to see if Gallman can be half a Barkley even would be really helpful for Marty. I'm still taking Brad here, mostly he would have been favored anyway, and then the Thursday game, getting a couple of good performances. That's how you avoid the upset. You don't have any duds that you expect to be good. So I'm going Brad. Let's move over to Toontown. Our Alvin and the Championships are still looking for their first win of the season against Buzz Lightyear this time. And Roy helping him out with Packers defense scoring -4 on Thursdays. And Wes was able to sweep in for the waiver period and get the Chargers and stream them against Miami, which is, for the rest of the season, probably a good strategy. If you can get the defense playing Miami, that's going to be points. So I know people sometimes get annoyed with me focusing on the defenses, but it really does week to week make a big difference. Chris Godwin is expected to play, but last I checked, he was on Roy's bench. He's still questionable, but I think we're expecting him to go, so I expect Roy to shift him into the lineup. And Alvin Kamara is being even more of a dominant RB1 with Drew Brees out because the team's just leaning on him more, giving him more touches than he's used to getting. I'm taking Wes here. A lot of things just lining up in his favor, particularly that defensive spread. So Wes will get to 1-4. Next we have This is Patrick versus Shaggy Got Scooby Dude. Max is starting Danny Dimes in New York. I'm so happy for Daniel Jones. I know I've ranted to a few of you about this. I was just so angry with all of the fan reaction and the expert reaction at the draft when the Giants took him as if he was objectively the bad choice and he was going to stink and he's not Dwayne Haskins. So he came out and he balled against Tampa Bay. And I know people are saying like Tampa Bay's not that good. I don't know. I think their defense is pretty okay at least. So I hope that Danny Dimes continues to do well. Stan just looks a little stronger in the flex spots, though. I don't have much else to say about this game, but I'm going Stan. And finally, the game of the week. This is a great one. We have Lola Gives Me a Chub versus the Hillwood Football Heads. Last week, I kind of went back and forth on whether I thought Mark or Swan had the strongest team right now in the Toontowns Conference, and we'll get to find out this week. Swan is looking to grab a tie for first place. Mark's 3-0, Swan's 2-1. He can knock them down to both being 3-1 to get two stacked teams, top to bottom. Mark has the best wide receivers in the league. I mean, when Allen Robinson is on your bench, you know you're doing pretty good. Swan is great running backs. Of course, Melvin Gordon is not back to being the full starter in San Diego yet, but Swan's running backs are going to be even better. Swan is counting on 2 New York Giants with Danny Dimes in his second start. I normally tend to not even worry about teams or players being on the same team. I'd say start them if they're the best guy to start. But we'll see in such a potentially high-scoring game if both of them can get good production for him. Evan Ingram's fantastic. I watched that whole Giants game last week. And Sterling Shepard, until Golden Tate's back on the field, is their main guy. I'm taking Mark, though, for the game of the week. Mark just looks a little bit stronger looking at that lineup. I just got the gut feeling when Melvin Gordon comes back. I'm really looking forward to this matchup a few weeks from now after interleague play when Swan has Melvin Gordon running too against Mark's team. Anyway, I got a little long-winded in this one. Thanks for watching, though, and good luck to everybody in week 4. See you next time.